The Yaesu G-450 rotor. Had this thing for about 2 years now. No issues. The only problem I have with it is this. This light is going to eventually burn out on me. It's not a matter of if, but when. So, since I can't leave well enough alone, I figure I'd put it out of its misery now and replace it with an LED light kit. Right, here's our kit. Pretty simple. Little PCB board. We got 3 LEDs and a positive and negative, and what we're gonna do is splice the original 12 volt connection that's supplying power to this bulb now, and we'll splice it in with this, get it mounted, and we'll see how it does. The kit also came with detailed instructions with pictures. So let's get into it. Alright, to start off, we need to crack into the case here. There's 8 screws we need to remove. So 1 on each side here, 1 there, and the rest are on the bottom. It's going to be these rubber feet and these 2 here. Alright, once you get the outer case removed, now it's time to remove this screw here, this screw here, and these 3 underneath. Right, on mine it wasn't coming apart, and the reason on mine is this little ground connection here is holding up these 2 wires. So on mine I'm going to have to take this ground connection off. You might have to, you might not, but it looks like they should have had these 2 on the outside. So keep that in mind. Well, even after all that, I was still having a hard time getting enough room to get this face off. So I went ahead and clipped this zip tie that's holding all these wires here to kind of had it all bound up kind of tight. So I went ahead and snipped it, and it gave us a little more room to work in here now. View from the rear portion of the rotor is about as much room as I could get, but I think it'll work. We're going to remove this screw here now, and the directions say we don't need it anymore. It's going to be replaced with the one that came with it. There's a spacer and another panhead screw. So remove this one, and I believe it's going to get mounted like this. So let me get that out and we'll see how it goes. And it's in. All right, that was pretty easy. Again, use the spacer, little nylon spacer that comes with it, and just screw it in on top. Down below you're gonna have another hole. It's not used for anything, at least on this particular rotor it's not. So just screw it in there nice and not super tight, but snug enough. And you can see the LEDs are facing the compass bezel. So now it's time to get some 12 volt to this guy. So you have the 2 little splice connections here, the little crimp style. It came like this already. I thought that was pretty neat. Our 12 volt connection we're going to use is going to be these 2 right here. So we're going to cut these wires as close as we can and then crimp them in here. Just a quick note, yellow is going to be your positive, orange is going to be your negative. Alright, to be honest with you, I've never really messed with these crimp-on connections. I usually just solder stuff, but we're going to use this. So I cut it kind of long, and I figure I would double it back on itself to kind of give it more contact inside. So we'll there's that one. All right, here's positive. There we go. All right, so that is that. So they're in there. Okay, time to button it back up. and smoke test. And this is the part I always fear, but we'll see what happens. I didn't reassemble it completely. I just put the face back on, top and bottom screws, the 3 on bottom, the 2 on top, because I want to see if I need to adjust those LEDs, if they're pointing correctly or if they need to be adjusted. So here we go. Oh, look at that. I'll take it. That'll work. I turned most of the lights off in here, so you got to get an idea of how much more illumination you get. Looks good too. All right, here's the 450 rotor box back in the shack, lit up in all its glory. Man, it looks good. I really like this. I like the LED coloring better than I did that dull orange little bulb that was in there. So this was a good upgrade. I bought this kit from a gentleman on eBay. Actually, it was a company. It's called Ham Supply. And the kit was 23 bucks. I dealt with him in the past. I bought some parts from him in the past, and I never had an issue. It came fast, so I figured I'd give this a shot, and I'm glad I did. I ordered it. It was in the mail the next day, and it showed up at my house 2 days later, so it was awesome. Start to finish, about 10 minutes, I think. It went really, really quick. Also, don't forget, if you did have to remove that ground wire, don't forget to put that back on. And if you want a little cleaner look inside, reattach that zip tie. Other than that, I can't complain. This is great. Looks good. So with that, that's it from here. We'll see you.